Have you ever felt like you're interested in too many things? Maybe you start learning a new skill, get excited about it, and then suddenly something else captures your curiosity. A new idea, a new topic, a new path. And after a while, you begin to wonder if something is wrong with you. People might say things like, "You need to focus. Pick one thing. You're all over the place." But psychology suggests something very different. Having multiple interests isn't necessarily a weakness. In fact, many highly creative and adaptable people throughout history shared this exact trait. So if you constantly feel drawn to many different subjects, hobbies, or ideas, you might not be scattered. You might simply have a rare kind of mind. Here are 5 psychological traits people with multiple interests often share. Number 1, you have a naturally curious mind. Research in psychology shows that curiosity is one of the strongest drivers of learning and intelligence. People who are curious don't just want answers, they want exploration. Your brain gets energized by new information, a new book, a new skill, a new perspective. All of it feels exciting. For example, you might spend one week learning about psychology, the next week exploring design, and another week diving into philosophy or technology. To some people, that might look like distraction, but in reality, it's often intellectual curiosity at work. Curious minds don't see the world in narrow lanes. They see endless doors, and they feel compelled to open them. And that curiosity is often what leads to creative breakthroughs later in life. Number 2, you are naturally good at connecting ideas. Research in psychology shows that highly creative people tend to connect ideas from different fields. When your interests are diverse, your brain starts linking patterns others might miss. For example, someone interested in both psychology and storytelling might become an incredible communicator. Someone interested in technology and art might design innovative products, because when different ideas meet, new possibilities appear. Think of your interests like puzzle pieces. Individually, they might seem unrelated, but over time, they often form a picture no one else could have created. Number 3, you are adaptable and future-ready. The world is changing faster than ever. Research on modern careers shows that people who can learn multiple skills and adapt quickly often thrive in unpredictable environments. When you have multiple interests, you're constantly training your brain to learn new systems, new tools, new ideas, new ways of thinking. This makes you mentally flexible. Instead of being stuck in one rigid path, you're comfortable evolving. And in a world where industries change rapidly, adaptability may be one of the most valuable strengths you can have. Number 4, you are driven by intrinsic motivation. Psychology distinguishes between 2 kinds of motivation. Extrinsic motivation comes from outside rewards, money, status, or approval. Intrinsic motivation comes from genuine interest and enjoyment. People with many interests are often strongly driven by intrinsic motivation. You explore things not because someone told you to, but because something inside you feels pulled toward it. You might stay up late researching a topic simply because it fascinates you. Or you might start learning a skill just because the process itself feels meaningful. That inner drive is powerful. Because when motivation comes from curiosity rather than pressure, learning becomes natural and sustainable. Number 5, you think like a multipotentialite. There's a psychological concept often used to describe people who excel in multiple areas. It's sometimes called being a multipotentialite. Instead of having one lifelong calling, multipotentialites thrive by exploring different paths throughout life. They gather knowledge from many domains and then combine them in unique ways.
At first, this path can feel confusing. Society often encourages people to specialize early and stick to one lane. But many successful innovators, creators, and thinkers followed a different path. They explored widely before finding their unique combination of interests. And often, their greatest strength came not from doing one thing, but from doing many things and bringing them together. So if you've ever felt like your curiosity pulls you in too many directions, maybe the problem isn't that you're unfocused. Maybe the real reason is that your mind isn't built for just one path. It's built for exploration. Your interests are not distractions. They are signals. Signals of curiosity, creativity, adaptability, and a mind that refuses to stay inside narrow boundaries. The truth is, the world needs people who connect ideas, people who explore, people who see patterns others overlook. So instead of criticizing yourself for having many interests, you might start seeing them for what they really are, a rare kind of strength. If this video resonated with you, it might be because your mind works a little differently from the average path society expects, and that difference can become one of your greatest advantages. If you enjoy exploring the deeper patterns behind personality, behavior, and the human mind, subscribe to the channel for more psychology insights like this, because sometimes the things that make you feel different are the very things that make you extraordinary.